Hey guys, Loxus here, and today I'm bringing you my Enhancement Shaman 7.1.5 guide. So to start off, heard a little bit about me. I'm an 899 Enhancement Shaman, 894 item level equipped. I'm a Mythic Raider, haven't gotten a Mythic for Nighthold yet, but I am 10 out of 10 Heroic, so hoping to hop into that soon. I am parsing in the top 100 bracket on a couple fights for normal and LFR. For Heroic, I'm not there yet, but my parses are still pretty good. I don't claim to be the best shaman in the world, but whatever I am doing is working. Alright, so let's just hop into it. So we're going to start off with our talent tree here. So my talent tree all revolves around me having my 4 set piece, which is pretty huge for Enhancement Shaman. So at the 2 set piece, you get set Stormbringer, also increases the critical strike chance of Storm Strike by 40%. That's pretty huge, because Storm Strike is going to be your number 1 main ability, and increasing its crit chance by 40 will pretty much get it critted majority of the time. The 4 set piece is Lava Lash, has a 20% chance to trigger Stormbringer. So Stormbringer is what resets your Storm Strike, so that's also amazing because you'll pop your Lava Lash as a filler ability, and during that filler, hopefully it procs your Storm Strike. So for starters, on the tier 15, you're going to want to take Boulder Fist. And Boulder Fist it just slams your target with the power of the stone, dealing 219,000 nature damage and enchanting your weapon for 10 seconds, increasing the damage you deal by 5%. Moving on to the next tier, your options are pretty much just Pharaoh Lunge or Windrush Totem. So Pharaoh Lunge is just going to be a big gap closer on a short cooldown, which is huge, and Windrush Totem is going to speed up your entire raid group. You can go with Windrush Totem, but I really suggest Pharaoh Lunge. It just having it on a shorter cooldown versus the Windrush Totem being 2 minutes is really helpful, and with the Nighthold being like tons of separations between you and the boss, it's really great to just jump into it. So moving on to the next talent, you're going to want to take Lightning Surge Totem. That's pretty much going to be your standard AoE stun. You put it down, 2 seconds later, it stuns them all. So that's going to be perfect for Mythic Pluses and anything else, pretty much. After that, we're going to go on to Ancestral Swiftness. And that's just going to be a pretty much 5% increase to your haste. Sorry, 6% increase. 6% flat increase. Can't go wrong with that, and it's great with this set bonus. Next, moving on, we're going to go to Tempest. Now, Tempest is going to be huge. Tempest is what your 4 set piece is revolving around. So, pretty much Stormbringer now affects your next 2 Storm Strikes. So, instead of resetting once, it'll reset twice, so you can use it again. And with the 4 set piece, literally all you're going to be doing is spamming Storm Strike. That is your number 1 priority, number 1 damage dealer. Alright, so for the next talent, we're going to take Crash Storm. Pretty much just Crash Lightning also electrifies the ground, leaving an electrical field behind, dealing X amount of damage. So this is gonna be great. This is your number 1 AoE dealer is Crash Lightning. So being able to leave behind the little puddles that do also extra damage is gonna be huge. Now we would take Fury of Air, but with Boulder Fist you don't generate enough Maelstrom to sustain it, especially running with this 4 set piece with the Storm Strike and the Tempest build. So really Crash Lightning or Crash Storm is gonna be your number 1. And last, we're going to go to Landslide, which is Boulder Fist now also enhances your weapon, also increasing your agility by 8% for 10 seconds. See, now this works in conjunction with Boulder Fist, and that's also the reason why you're taking Crash Lightning. So it all kind of molds together and kind of forcing you to take this sort of talent tree when you get the 4 set piece. Alright, so let's get into our rotation. So to start off, you're always going to want to be in Feral form, just in case your teammates attack before you do, and for whatever reason you get a late start, you actually generate Maelstrom. So at the beginning of this fight, I'm going to start off with Hero and popping a Prolonged Power as you should for any raid fight. So pretty much, the Hero's going to pop me out of Feral form, but that's fine. So to begin your rotation, you're going to pop your Feral Spirit and then instantly Crash Lightning. After that, if you get a good proc of Storm Strike, you want to hit Doom Winds and just spam Storm Strike as much as you can. Try to get Flame Tongue in there because you do want that up as much as possible. But Storm Strike is your number 1 priority. So as you can see my blue bar on my screen, that's my Maelstrom. So you really want to keep track of that because using your Storm Strike does get your Maelstrom way down and Lava Lash. So pretty much it's just going to be a rinse and repeat rotation at this point. If you get a proc of Storm Strike, no ifs, ands, or buts, you're using it. That's your #1 damage dealer. In conjunction with Doom Winds, but Doom Winds is a minute cooldown, so you're not always going to have that up. So if you hit a dry period like this, you're just going to try to generate Maelstrom and then use your Lava Lash, because that's 20% chance to proc your Storm Strike again. So pretty much you're just going to try to generate Maelstrom. I'm doing it kind of poorly. You do want to kind of keep your Maelstrom pretty high before you use Lava Lash, but I'm just trying to get procs of Storm Strike right now. And pretty much that's it. So Flame Tongue, you know, it has about a 10-second cooldown, and you just want to use that pretty much on cooldown. Storm Strike, you're using that no ifs, ands, or buts once you get it, and then always you'll use your Feral Spirit with Crash Lightning as they come up, and that's for single target rotation. You do not want to be using Crash Lightning on cooldown on a single target at all. You literally just when Ferals come out. Alright, so now we're really going to look in an in-depth, slow, what your actual opening rotation is going to be. So start off, like I said, in Feral form. You're going to pop Hero, or someone else will pop Hero. You're going to do your Prolonged Power, and then you're going to jump in. So to start off, we're going to do Feral Spirit, and then instantly Crash Lightning. After Crash Lightning, you do kind of want to get your Flame Tongue up running, because you always want that up. And then you're going to do your Doom Winds, because you got your Storm Strike proc, and you're just going to spam Storm Strike. So literally just spamming Storm Strike right now until it's out. And then you're just going to look at your Maelstrom you have. You're going to generate Maelstrom while also using Lava Lash to try to get that to proc again. It looks like I'm not proccing right now. I'm just kind of spamming it, but Storm Strike's up, use it, and it's pretty much just repeat, like I said. So it's going to be Boulder Fist to generate Maelstrom, making sure your Flame Tongue's up, and using your Lava Lash to try to get that proc. Now Lava Lash is going to be doing more damage than Crash Lightning on single target. That's why in all situations you want to use your Lava Lash to proc. And that's going to be pretty much it, guys. That's your rotation, your talent tree. Really the 4-set piece dictates all this. You can go on Icy Veins and look up if you don't. For my Leggies, here are the two I have. It's going to be Eye of the Twisting Nether, which is definitely the best Leggy for Shaman. And the other one I have is the Charge Core, and that allows you your AoE to be better. So yeah, for AoE fights, it's pretty much the same exact thing as I was showing you, except you're going to spam Crash Lightning on cooldown, especially on fights like Scorpion. You're just always going to be spamming that Crash Lightning to, you know, so your two main damage abilities will be Crash Lightning and Stormbringer. Storm Strike, sorry. And so yeah, that's it, guys. Here's my guide. Feel free to comment any questions you have. I'll try to answer, and I'll see you next time. See ya.